Hello, I'm Lori Shaw, the Executive Director of the New London Area Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today at Insight Health Associates with Dr. Sean and Brianna Dorothy and Tracy Strong. We're going to be asking them some questions today about their business and their practice and introduce them a little to the community. First, Dr. Dorothy, would you be able to tell us a little bit about your business?
Sure, I'd love to. Well, we are a chiropractic office, so for those of you who have been to chiropractic in the past, you kind of have an idea of what that's all about. But basically, we offer services where we're working on the spine. We also go more in depth, too, with people's way of living, lifestyle. You know, we really try to focus a lot on wellness and prevention, as well as people that already have problems and need to be in the office for that. But we'll focus on things like nutrition and exercise and diet and different things like that as well. So, but as far as the typical stuff you see in a chiropractic office, we pretty much have it all here. When we took over, the office was pretty well equipped with everything that we needed. I mean, it has the chiropractic tables, we have the x-rays, we have all the rehab equipment when it comes to the decompression tables that are good for bad discs, and electric stim for the muscles. Pretty much anything people have experienced in any chiropractic office, you probably find it here. We do the rehab as well.
Well, it sounds like chiropractic care has really expanded to encompass total health experience. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you decided to go into this line of work?
Okay. Actually, I think Dr. Brianna probably has a better story than I do, because what you find in chiropractic is, as I was going through school, a lot of the people have really awesome personal stories how chiropractic, changed their life. I do not. I actually wasn't adjusted for the first time until I went to chiropractic school. My family just didn't know of chiropractic. It just wasn't in my realm of thinking when it came to healthcare. I just hadn't been exposed to it. So for me, it was just, I was an athlete in high school, had some sports injuries, had been through a couple different routes through physical therapy and medicine and different things like that. So I knew I was interested in that realm of that line of work, and got very interested in the human body through school, and just was looking for the perfect profession that kind of matched what I wanted to do with my healthcare beliefs, and believing, that the body really is capable of healing itself if you put it in the right environment, and chiropractic was the perfect fit for that. So I'll let Dr. Bree kind of tell her story, because she has more of a personal story that got her into it.
I've gone with my dad to chiropractic. He's had back problems for as long as I can remember, so I've always gone with him, and whenever he had errands to run on Saturday, I always went with him. So, and I had always been interested in chiropractic as a young age, and I loved how it helped him, and it helped our family. Same thing with sports. I got into it with that. I shadowed different doctors to figure out what I like to do, and I worked at one chiropractor office, and I saw a miracle story that a woman came over hunchback and had a cane, and after about 2 months or so, she could walk her granddaughter down the aisle at a wedding without her cane, and she was just in tears thanking the doctor for letting her be able to have that. She's never had that before, and it was just a miracle, and it just something I hold so passionate about, and so I love chiropractic, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. So that was mine.
Great. Well, that's exciting. I think it's interesting that you both participated in sports, and the therapy part of that. So that's interesting as well. So if there's anyone out there who's an athlete, you might consider seeking some chiropractic assistance if needed. So yeah. Well, I know that the two of you are not originally from New London, so why don't you tell us a little bit about how you decided to locate your business here in our community?
Sure. Well, I'm originally from South Dakota, a town called Madison. Anytime I tell somebody I'm from Madison, I have to clarify it's South Dakota, because it's not Wisconsin. But the town was about 6,500 people, so it was very equivalent to New London. I've always known that I wanted to live in a town that was about that size. I love that mentality, the friendliness, it's just so person oriented. It's not that big business that you get in the bigger towns where nobody knows anybody and you're just kind of out to make a buck and make it in the world. In a small town like this, everybody really looks after one another and cares for one another, and that's really neat to have in a community. So I knew I wanted to be in a community about that size. just didn't really know where. Of course, my trend was going to be go back to South Dakota after school. So we went to school in Minneapolis for chiropractic school. But Dr. Bree and I met at school there and became good friends, and then started dating, and then became engaged. And she knew that she wanted to be close to home. She's from Oshkosh, Wisconsin, just down the road here, 30 miles. So we just started looking for places close to Oshkosh, and this was a perfect fit with Tracy in a nice town, and it's close enough to home, but yet far enough away for her as well.
I know from conversation, speaking with Tracy, she was really passionate about finding a right fit to continue the practice, and she's really optimistic with meeting the Dorothys, and so we're excited to have you both as part of our community, and we're excited that you can continue the work relationship with Tracy, because I think the three of you together as a team will be really a valuable asset. So. We've kind of led into this. As far as employees here in the office, then, it would be the three of you. Yeah. You are both doctors of chiropractic.
Correct, yeah.
Okay. And then Tracy would be continuing serving as the office manager. Correct. So if they call in, they'll hear a familiar voice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great. Well, let me just give you a chance to touch on this. Is there a unique product or service that you offer, or something that you feel that you specialize in, or just something that you want to make people aware of? It just sounds like there's so much more to chiropractic care than what people might think.
I think the most unique thing that we offer here is the chiropractic adjustment. I mean, you won't get that anywhere else unless it's in another chiropractic office. Mm-hmm. So that's probably the most unique thing. With that being said, something that I'd like people to understand that a lot of people don't is the large realm of which chiropractic can affect your health. You know, not just the adjustment does, but also the lifestyle changes. But a lot of people that I talk to these days, they think the only reason they would come and see me is if they have low back pain. Mm-hmm. And while that's true that we do have a lot of success with low back pain, it's really unfortunate that the roots of chiropractic have kind of been lost through time, because traditionally over the 100 years that chiropractic has been around, it's helped things all across the board in terms of symptoms of people's health. You know, it's helped symptoms with children with bedwetting or ear infections, and it had a lot of history through a lot of sickness in the last 100 years, you know, helping people get over flus and different things like that. So while chiropractic isn't necessarily viewed or seen as a cure for anything, it's a very good way to help your body regulate itself so that it can better deal with its surroundings, and then you don't have the symptoms that we end up labeling as a disease. So that's very unique to the chiropractic profession. Another thing that I think makes us unique is the whole idea of wellness. It's really a wave that's coming, and it's coming hard through healthcare. And really chiropractic is set to be at the forefront of that. You talk to a lot of the leaders in chiropractic, and they say, hey, you know, we need to be the leaders in wellness in our community, because that's the whole idea of chiropractic is really based on wellness and prevention. So I already kind of touched on this, but again, you know, with maintaining spinal health, keeping the nervous system healthy, and that runs the entire body, making sure you're eating well, knowing what you should be taking for supplements, making sure they're high quality, exercising, all those different things are encompassed in the chiropractic lifestyle. So that's what really makes us unique in the healthcare field, is that we don't focus so much on the disease or the pathology, but keeping your body healthy so that it can function in the world the way it's supposed to. Anything else that is unique to us that I should be mentioning?
No, just that people forget that children, even infants, hours, days old, can get adjusted, and it's very, very safe. It's not like an adult getting adjusted. Everybody gets so afraid of that. So it is very, 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 very light, and it's helped so many numerous things, and everybody uses us as a last resource. You know, I have colic and all that stuff, and I just want people to understand that they can go to chiropractic, and it is very safe, and it has been effective in many, many cases. So.
Well, it definitely sounds like you guys have a vast pool of knowledge between the two of you, well, between the three of you here.